So what if I told you there's a simple sound, one you can find in nature, that could actually help sharpen your memory while you sleep? In this explainer, we're going to explore the incredible science behind a sound that might just completely change how you think about rest. I mean, just think about that for a second. A totally non-invasive, drug-free way to sharpen your mind, all while you're fast asleep. It might sound a little bit like science fiction, but believe me, the research we're about to unpack is surprisingly real. You know, it's a frustrating reality for so many of us as we get older. Our sleep just isn't what it used to be. More specifically, our deep sleep patterns can change. And that's the crucial stage, right? That's exactly when our brain gets to work storing and cementing the day's memories. And that is the big question that brings us here today. Researchers have been looking for ways to support our brain health as we age, and one of the most promising answers they found doesn't come in a pill bottle. It comes through our headphones. So what is this potential solution? Well, it's a sound called pink noise. Now, you've probably heard of white noise before, but I want you to think of pink noise as its deeper, gentler cousin, and it's one that seems to have a very special connection with our sleeping brain. So what is it exactly? Well, think of the most soothing sounds you can imagine in nature. That steady, low hum of a waterfall, or the soft rustle of leaves in the wind, or maybe a gentle, consistent rain. That is pink noise. It's a sound that's both present, but also perfectly unobtrusive. Okay, so here's a great way to understand the difference. If white noise is like that sharp, hissy static from an old, untuned radio, with all the frequencies just firing at once, pink noise is much more like a waterfall. It's balanced, with a deeper, lower sound that our ears just tend to find more pleasant and, well, more natural. And this right here is the crucial point, and it's backed by some really solid research. This isn't just about feeling relaxed. Pink noise appears to actively enhance our deep, slow-wave sleep. And that's the most restorative stage of sleep, where your brain is basically filing away all those important memories and making them stick. So how in the world can a simple sound get such a powerful result? Well, the way it works is actually pretty elegant, and it all comes down to a simple three-step process. It all kicks off when your brain registers that consistent, low-frequency sound while you're sleeping. This gentle sound then encourages and actually amplifies your brain's own slow wave activity, kind of nudging you into a deeper, more restorative state. And the result? Better memory recall, all because your brain had the quality time it really needed to process everything from the day. And listen, this isn't just some theory. Actual studies from places like Northwestern University found that pink noise helps to simplify the brain's activity during sleep. It sort of takes the brain from this complex, almost chaotic state of brainwaves to a much more synchronized, restful one. And that's exactly why it seems to be so effective for older adults, whose sleep patterns often get a lot more fragmented with age. Okay, so the science is absolutely fascinating, but the big question is, how do you actually use this stuff? Well, the good news is, it's incredibly simple to try this for yourself, maybe even as soon as tonight. The best part is you don't need any expensive lab equipment. Pink noise is everywhere. You can find it on tons of smartphone apps, on many sound machines. Just look for the pink noise setting. And of course, there are countless free audio tracks and videos online. So what's the volume sweet spot? Well, the research suggests right around 60 decibels. It's really important to get this right, though. If you go any louder, you actually risk disrupting your sleep instead of helping it. And to put 60 decibels into perspective, just think about the sound level of a normal, quiet conversation. It should just be this gentle background hum, not a distraction at all. The goal here is to subtly guide your brainwaves, not jolt you awake. And of course, just like with any healthy habit, consistency is absolutely key. The real benefits for your sleep and your memory are going to come when you make pink noise a regular part of your nightly routine, just like keeping your room dark and cool. All right, so as we start to wrap this up, what is the single most important thing to take away from all this? What does this research really mean for you and your health? At the end of the day, this matters because it's a simple, safe, and super accessible tool. It's a way to tackle that age-related decline in deep sleep without reaching for medication. By improving that one crucial part of our health, it really offers a potential path to better memory and a sharper mind, all from the comfort of your own bedroom. Well, the growing body of research seems to be pointing toward a pretty clear yes. It leaves us with a really powerful final thought. In our constant high-tech search for ways to stay sharp and rest well, maybe, just maybe, one of the best tools we have is as simple and as natural as the sound of a gentle rain. Thanks so much for joining this explainer.